guys, and welcome to the second instalment of my Inearspace monthly roundups, and obviously this is for the February. Just gonna have a little look at what I've had new in this month, what I've been using, and what I feel like I want to share with you over at on YouTube. So we're gonna have a little look at the Brainwavs HM9. I've got the Truemap TA1. I've got the Beyerdynamic A200p and T51p that I've recently looked at, and I've on YouTube, and I've got the Yulong ADL as well as a pair of headphones from ADL, the H118s. So that's what we've got to look at today, and let's get a bit closer, let's go a bit more in depth. First up, we have the Brainwavs HM9, and I don't want to spend too much time on them. You've seen them on the YouTube channel, and after using other Brainwavs products, I've been a bit disappointed with these because they're very warm and bassy. I mean, very bassy. The mid-range, especially the low mids, do feel a bit distant, and the treble is definitely lacking. And they're quite a well-made headphone. I really like how they come with 3 cables, but and the sound stage is so close in. But in terms of how they actually perform, the HM9, we can put them to the side now and not dwell too much further on them because I have not been impressed much at all with them. Moving over here, we have the ADL H118, and like the Brainwavs we just had a tiny look at, these are also a closed headphone, but unlike the Brainwavs, they are a bit better. They're still quite a dark sound, very relaxed treble, but they have a nice punchy bass to them with good extension. The mid-range is a lot clearer, and the sound stage is a bit more open. Still closed, but it's a bit more open, and they're really comfortable. They're triangular tripod design, and yeah, I'm a lot more impressed by them. But still, they have problems. I would like a bit more treble, and I would like a bit more open in the sound stage, but they are a bit more expensive than the HM9s, but they do warrant the price difference between the two, I find. So the third product we're going to look at is again a portable on-ear headphone that's closed. The HM9, like this, was super oral, so it sits on your ear. The ADL was circumaural, so it engulfs your ears. And this is definitely the smallest of the 3 designs, and it is also the most expensive at £240. So the ADL, which are £225, and the HM9, which are £80. But this is definitely my favourite of the 3, mainly because of the design. Is a lot sleeker. I really love the look of these headphones. I think they're they ooze quality. They ooze that they're German and everything, and the sound is great. And it's definitely a consumer orientated sound. They have a strong bass, deep bass, strong bass, fast bass. It's quite tight. Well, I say fast. It has a little bit of decay on it to give it that bit of warmth. And the mid-range is really detailed, really clear. The treble has a bit of sparkle to it. The sound is airy. As for an on-ear headphone, an amazing sound stage with some left and right imaging. I'm not going to say it's a big sound stage that's out of your head or anything crazy like that, but it's definitely a good quality for a portable on-ear headphone. And they are really comfy as well. They look really sleek. They sit literally just on your ears. The clamping force is just right between the balance of getting the seal and making sure that they aren't clamping too much. So they're not fatiguing to wear, and they get that perfect seal, so you get the bass response and you get everything how it's meant to be. And at £240 they're not cheap, but if you do want a portable on-ear headphone, these so far have been as good as it gets for me as a super oral headphone. They're preferable to me than any of the Sennheiser AC25s I've tried, including the custom cans Uber modded one, the aluminium versions, all of that. So that's really good. So yeah, that's the T51Ps, and I'm really happy with them so far, and they're a really nice product. The next product we'll be looking at is one that come along with the T51Ps, and it's their £260 800p that come along with them, as I said, sourced by Assel & Kern, and it is a USB DAC and amplifier. So far I've just tested it with the with my Mac computer, and a simple plug and play. I really like how the recessed jack makes a real secure fit with the USB cables that are supplied. The volume turn is really nice, it really works. 0.5 decibel, 0.5 decibel increments, 130 steps, really nice. I like how the side controls work with my computer using Audivana Plus. The other DAC's set up, so I can't really show you it working now. The sound seems to be really, has a slight warmth to it. It's really clear. It does lack a bit of dynamics, but it's got a really dead black background, really transparent sound, and the treble was quite relaxed, so it's not going to boost that range either. But the sound is quite nice so far. If you like that warmer, slightly on the dark side sound, so pairing with brighter earphones will be nice for sure. A few things that I have had a bit of annoyance with would be the 2496 limitation, when a lot of similar devices, just as small, are now doing DSD, as well as of course 352 and 192 kHz sampling rates, and 32-bit as well as 24-bit. So I'm not saying a lot of my music is more than 96, but some of it is, as you can see on the computer right on my Brain audio DAC there. I'm using 96 kHz music, and as well as that, my last track was 192 and the one before was 176.4. So I am using that quality music, and I would like my DAC to be able to handle that. So I think in this, for £260, I think they really should be including a lot more file formats at that price range. For the rest of it, it's had enough power for everything I've thrown in. It's not done my HE500s. It's done an alright job with my 580s, but nothing too special. And with earphones, it's dead silent. It's got 1.1 ohms output impedance, so no messing with the frequency responses. And yeah, it's dead silent, no hiss, and it's been quite nice. As I said, the sound is quite dark and warm, so if you want that sound, that's where you're going to go. If you want something neutral, this is probably not the best device for that, and there are a lot more options out there, so I'm not going to go ahead and just say this is the one. I tried the Geek Out at the Bristol show, and that really did impress. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to compare this with the Geek Out, but I'm not sure. Even this is a lovely looking device, and if this sort of look appeals to you, then maybe. And you want that warm and dark sound, if you want something neutral, there's other options. That's what I'm saying in regards to the the A200. The next product we're going to have a look at is a portable headphone amplifier from the company Truemap, and it's a TA1. Unlike their previous portable headphone amplifier, the BL2, it's not actually a Truemap, but it's a fully discrete design. So unlike most other portable amps that I have, it doesn't have an op-amp output stage, but it just uses capacitors and resistors inside, and that's all it does all the way to the output stage, which is really unique. A lot of people swear by having a discrete design, and it's really interesting to see it in a portable headphone amplifier. It's £150. It's really simple in terms of what it's got feature-wise. It charges through mains, which is annoying because I like to charge everything from my computer. It has an on and off switch, which is a real nice click to it. It has a quite nice volume control that has a bit of resistance, and it has a really clunky feel in 3.5mm in and output jacks. In terms of its use, it is quite powerful. 450 milliwatts into 32 ohms, which is not quite enough for my HE500s, but it is putting out quite a lot. And it also has 22 decibels of gain, so it is fairly noisy with in-ear monitors and portable headphones such as my T5Ps, and that is an annoying problem, and I think that should be, getting a quiet background with them sort of headphones should be the #1 duty of the portable amplifier. That being said, it does a very good job with my Sennheiser HD580s up there, and any high impedance stuff. As I said, it doesn't quite do the job of HE500s, and it also is quite a big and bulky design, which is not pocketable in my rig setup, so that does limit the uses of it. But as say you want to use some headphones on the go that are open, or they need a bit more driving force, this will be doing the job. And the sound is really nice. It's warm and forward, but not aggressive, and it is smooth, so it's quite a unique presentation. I know you probably don't link them descriptions together, because normally If something's forward, it's quite aggressive, but it's still smooth. Has a bit of brightness to it at the top end. Frequency response is slightly boosted at the top end. It's good bass extension. It's really got a unique sound, and you can really tell it's doing something to the source. You can tell that it's not just amplifying it, but it's adding its own little touch, which you may or may not like. But I found it to be a really class performing amplifier for £150 if it didn't have the caveats that are obviously the power, and it apparently does have a new revision to it, which has only got 19 decibel gain. But for something that's like my sensitive IEMs, you want something a lot less. So that has been something that's not been ideal for me when using this amp. But that being said, I still really like it, and still find myself using it quite a bit. So I guess that says how good it does actually sound. So for £150, it's definitely one of the better sounding amplifiers out there. Obviously it's not going to be in a pocketable rig. I sort of take it in the car and just have it on my lap or next to me in the car with my headphones. So it's happy just to sit there. It's not going to be in your pocket. If you've got something like a backpack or a bag that you can put it in while on the go, then by all means that would be absolutely no. So the last product we'll be looking at today is a fully balanced headphone amplifier from Yulong in China. It's really well priced for what it offers at about £350, and I'm really enjoying its performance so far. I think with its fully balanced design, the better pairings for it are going to be things like plain magnetic headphones that need the power. Into my HE500's 32 ohms of impedance, they output 2.5 watts, so that's really ideal for what they sort of look at, as well as a lot of other plain and magnetic headphones. So I think they drive them better than actually my Questel CMA 800R, which is, you know, £700 more expensive. But with products like my Sennheiser HD580s on the other hand, which are a high impedance 300 ohms dynamic headphone, they don't sound nowhere near as good as with the Questel, and if you've got something like that, I probably wouldn't recommend this as an amp. But for something like the HD500s, I'm absolutely enthralled by how good they sound with it. Really dynamic sound, really open, really tight, and the sound is really cohesive. The sound signature is really quite balanced with it. I think it maybe adds a little bit of warmth, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that right now, as I've not had the time I'd like with it, but I would like to show it in this video. As for outputs, we have the dual 3-pin XLRs that we can choose to use, or in my case I'm just using the 4-pin XLR connection. The 3-pin XLR connectors are also dual jacks, so they actually have a 1/4 inch jack inside that you can use, and they actually have two different headphone outputs. One is for high impedance headphones and the other is for low impedance headphones. So that offers a lot more range and versatility in what it can use. With the low impedance out, with IEMs, the background is relatively quiet for how powerful an amp it is, which is really nice to see. And with high impedance headphones, it drives them loud enough, but as I said, I don't think the quality is there compared to something like the Questel. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the second roundup that I've brought you, and stay tuned for my March roundup somewhere in about a month's time. A lot more stuff is coming in, a lot of exciting stuff is coming in, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please thumbs up and like it, share it, and go over to my website www.inearspace.co.uk.